it.
This is not again. This is like, I mean, it is again.
It's again.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah.
You know what? You're right. Dang it. You're right. I gotta remember that. It's not again. It's just now. It's just it happened.
But it is again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lexi of Dawkins, and I'm sitting down with an amazing guest, Mimi Jeanite.
What's up, guys?
And we're gonna have a great conversation about music and how we turn our pain into art. And why not sit down with an amazing person like her that can do those things, that actually knows how to do those things. So let's get on to it.
No.
You know,
Let's do it.
Let's dive into it. So first things first, you're authentic, you're raw, you're just a different individual. You're not like the same people. You don't like to be put in the same box. You like to make your own way. So what inspired you to become that way?
I feel like that all stemmed from me just trying to find my identity. Like, as a person that has been suppressed so much as a child, not being able to express myself, it was just very, like, by the time I was able to find who I was, it was just like I didn't fit in anything specifically. Like, there was so many people that gravitated toward me, and it was just like, you know how in high school they have like so many cliques.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't fit into one. Like, everybody was vibing with me. Right. So I guess it was just natural for it to be like that for me.
So you're saying it's just natural for you to just be in a space where you, because for most people it's hard to actually want to be themselves. They are naturally going to follow, you know, whoever is leading them or who they see as a leader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how did you decide that, hey, you know what? I don't like the way you guys are moving. I'm gonna go this way and actually be this person. Like, when did that feeling occur to you?
I think that's influenced by me being the oldest. Because if I'm already a leader in a sense, and if I'm seeing something that somebody else is doing and I don't like how they're doing it, right, I don't have no problem cutting it.
How many siblings do you have?
I have six.
Six
in total.
Wow.
4 that I grew up with, though. Yeah.
So boys, girls. Okay.
I need to count.
Let's say.
Hold on. Let me see. I have Daniel, Casey, Todd, Jordan. That's 4 boys and 2 girls.
Okay. And then you're the third girl, like in the group. You're like,
yeah.
I got you. So was there any specific moment in your life where you realized that your music could heal people? Like, your music was like a healing outlet to heal, and a healing for yourself as well?
I think it just came to people telling me about how they felt when they listened to my music. Normally, I didn't put my music out to heal anybody. I was just expressing myself. So when somebody would approach me and be like, oh my gosh, like, your music did this and this. Like, the other day, I literally had somebody message me saying how my music helped them through a difficult time in the recent past for theirs. I was like, whoa, all right, that's what I'm doing it for. So, you know, like, right now it's transitioned into that. And I wouldn't have it any other way, really. Like, because I think of myself as a healer now. Like, just me trying to be my most authentic self. Like, I want people to become their whole self, and in a sense that is healing. Like you said, like, not everybody wants to be their full self, and it takes a lot. So
so you being a healer, has it been rough for you to, like, cope with certain things, cope with certain heartbreaks, losses, struggles?
It's a roller coaster. I like to put it like that. It's a roller coaster because you just don't know what's gonna happen, but once you're going down, you gotta take that butterfly. You know, the butterfly's in the stomach. Yeah, you know, you have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you feel like riding with it helps you go through it better? Or,
yeah.
Why not, you know?
Fight it.
Yeah.
You see the problems. You see them fighting it.
Yeah.
Why would I want to do it like that? The same way I'm not going to follow. If it's not working out for you, I'm going to do it in a way that works. So I'm very observant, and I like to learn from people, and I feel like the people that it works for, I'd rather learn from you versus the people that are struggling and they continue to want to struggle. It's like, if you see another way that something can be done, why not try that way so that you can become an elevated person versus you're sticking to one mindset because you think it's the only way that's possible. It's like, okay, you know, I'm you know. So.
Which emotion do you feel like helps you the most when it comes to creating a song or creating a project? Like you got love, you got hate, you got anger, you got heartbreak, you got struggle, you know?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Love is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when love is experienced in my life as of right now, it is coupled with a lot of pain, only because I allowed that to be. So I've learned recently that, there's a way that you are meant to embody the love that you want to give and receive.
Mm-hmm.
So love and sometimes pain, because it comes together.
Yeah. So what about pain? Let's dive a little deeper on pain. Like, how does that work? What type of pain? Would you say the struggle pain? Would you say like, dang, I just got injured type of pain? Like, or that heartbreak?
It's
like,
that heartbreak, that grief, that loss. I remember there was a moment when my brother called me, my older brother, and he told me about my grandma's passing, and immediately, like, I'm, busting out crying, of course. But then the same night I'm in the studio, like, I'm making a song, like, I need to let this out. And that was the only way that I could express that.
It fuels you to do something like that. Would you say? Okay.
Although it's not the most healthy, but
really, it's not. You wouldn't say it's healthy to like take that emotion, take that feeling, and just put it into a song and to.
For me to release it, yes, for myself, it can be healthy. It is the most healthy because I can let it out and not keeping it within and suppressing it, like acting like it's not there. It's not unhealthy for me, but in a sense, I feel like if I want to do right by people, I gotta be able to fuel them in a better way.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm speaking of pain and hurt and there's no solution-based outcome in the song, I'm kind of just cycling that pain. But I guess that has its purpose too. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to tell me that.
The audience is gonna have to tell you that. Let you know when they hear you.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not doing sad music. You want to transition from that because you also want to see what the audience want. Is that what you're saying?
So I'm still expressing myself authentically. So if it's sad, I'm still gonna have a sad song, but there's gonna be something in the song that allows for others to know that you can't get out of it because I'm getting myself out of it. So I also translate that into it instead of just making it about the grief and the pain. It also has that way out within it.
Yeah, I know. I remember you telling me a story about that. Like, you just having. I don't know if that was one of the examples that you brought before, but just somebody saying something about the music and how it helped them out through whatever they went through, and just the story that you said it more in detail. But like at that time, I was like, dang, that's crazy. And like hearing the song, because you played the song for me, and hearing the song, and I was just like, wow, like I could hear like how it could correlate and how they could like resonate with. And you were saying.
That was a funny one too, because that night when I played that, honestly, it's been years since I've heard that song. So when I heard it back, I was like, oh my gosh, how did that help you? I'm so hurt in the song.
And it goes by perspectives. People's perspectives is crazy.
But the thing, it's 11 minutes, almost 12 minutes. So as like it progressed, then I started hearing the healing within it. So it was like, okay, I understand how it helped you as it got toward the end. But the words before, I was like, hey, yo, but who's going to listen to a song for 12 minutes unless they're in that situation?
Yeah, depending on where, I don't know how they listen to it, but it has to be a certain way that they're like, yo, this part hits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just, going back to what you were saying, talking about your personal life and how that affects your music. Do you have any stories about certain situation that affected you that made you want to create this song or made you want to create an album?
Yeah, literally. Like, I don't even know if there's another way to answer that except for yes. Because of the fact that it's only my experiences that I have to go off of. There are some times when I take others' perspective or others' experience and make a song for them from that or about what they've gone through. So there are situations where that's happened. I remember in high school even, when I asked a couple people, like, hey, what do you guys want to make? Like, I'm here, let's make some music. And they would tell me the concept that they would want me to make the song about, and then I would just make the song. And I even have a track that Samantha, she's the one that wrote the lyrics, and I made the beat and production and everything. And then I performed it. And that was one of like the first songs, because I started really like understanding what I wanted to do and how to express myself in high school, making the music and everything like that. So one of the first people that actually like was, yeah, let's do this. So now our song is Now Forever Eternity, and so many people love that song. So many people love that song.
Talking about starting from high school, man, that's when I first discovered and learned of your gift, because I was like, yo, and you know I tell a story all the time, and I'm glad I'm able to record it and have this conversation. Man, it was a talent show, and I did not hear you ever sing a day in my life. And I'm just like, yeah, we just joking around, playing around, everybody having fun. But then talent show, you're prepped and ready. I didn't see you practice, but like you're up there, you know, we already there to support you and everything. And yo, you sat down on that piano, dog, and started doing your thing, and then started busting your notes. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh,
that's so wild.
I was like, oh,
because every time I think back to that performance, I'm looking at everybody and everybody's blank face. So I'm like, oh, I suck. No. I suck up here. No. So then by the time I'm finished the song, and it's like, whoa. I'm like, whoa.
And you were looking at the people that was in the front. Yeah, we were at the next section in the back. So we was like, okay, it's dark. Love. So you couldn't see. But it was such a great experience seeing you. Like, I was like, wow, I have to be around you, work around you, something. Like, we have to do something. I don't know what it is, but it's going to happen. And, you know, I didn't know what it was at the time, but now we are here. And we have other...
retrospect.
Exactly. And we have other things coming along in the works, too. So it's a beautiful thing that, like, we're actually living our thoughts from when we were younger.
Yeah. Living in the prayer.
Living in the prayer. So...
hashtag Sacred Smoke.
Sacred Smoke. Hashtag Sacred Smoke. Yeah.
Best to keep quiet. shit, but I had to. I ain't playing. If it was up, where it's staying. Can't expect much, it's amazing. Give a fuck if it's the same man I was loving. If I had time to be the bad guy, I would save it all to throw away. Such a shame that I ain't saving, cause I spared you what you thought you got away with. All the problems that you came with keep coming at you, cause you do so much lame shit. That's karma coming for payment. I ain't gotta press a nigga. If he wanted to be with me, then he wouldn't play it. I ain't into something if it's giving nothing. I ain't wasting nothing that I came with. Figured it out. If you wanted clout, might as well just speak on the lame shit. I ain't gonna be able to settle, man. I got a better man now that I made it. Made it. Made it.
Welcome to this segment of our interview where I will take you into a slightly deep meditation. Before we begin, go ahead and find yourself a space to sit, whether it's back against the wall or sit in a crisscross applesauce format, and just make sure you're comfortable, nothing being cut off. And let us begin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess who's back?
Yeah, we are back. We're back. We just had a nice, amazing sound bowl session with Mimi. That's another one of her skills, her hidden talents that she got going on.
Come on now.
So I feel rejuvenated. I feel calm. I feel at ease. So thank you so much. And you know, I like that your past influences your music nowadays. And I just wanted to know, can you share how your personal story has shaped your artistry?
There's a lot that goes into being able to express what you're going through anyway. I feel like, thankfully, that is my gift, because it seems like a lot of people go through the same things that other people go through, but they don't know how to say what it is that they've gone through. And because of my past and feeling like I can't even speak my mind, just speaking like we are right now, it was easier for me to go ahead and put it in song. It was easier for me to just express it in that way. So
why is it? What is it? Because you just can't. You're not able to speak to other people about how you feel. So it's better to capture into that music.
the way that I grew up, like not many people would know that I went through what I've gone through, but I made it work for me in a way where it's like, okay, if I need to say something, then I will. But I'm realizing now that there was a lot of communication things that I didn't get a chance to practice as I was growing. So the only way that I feel like I could say what I need to say is if I'm repeating it in song. Like I gotta repeat, and that ends up making me feel like, okay, I finally said what I needed to say.
Yeah, what a beautiful outlet though. Like
very,
and I, thinking about different artists and like now, like hearing your point of view of what you used to do and how you pour in your soul and your heart.
Yeah.
It's just like, dang, what are other artists doing? And artists.
I be doing the same thing sometimes because people make different music. So some people they making that pop out, right?
Yeah.
And some people they're really making it just to, I don't know.
Whatever they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Couple situations, and again, going back to like being from high school with you and just high school time, like I don't know if you were going through whatever you're going through, but like damn, I couldn't tell, like it was goofy Mimi, having fun Mimi, like. But that's another coping mechanism.
Yeah. I feel like honestly, because of the fact that in high school I was hiding it so well, whenever I would sing or be in any type of expression in that realm, it did make me tap into my reality that I was living through still. So it was a little more.
That's why you can feel it.
Feelings,
feel the music when you sing that. I heard something funny. They were like, "Yo, you can never really understand how life is until you look back and connect the dots."
Yes, exactly.
You never connect from the front. So it's interesting that you experiencing that, but yet you made it into art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You made your pain.
And now when she's saying that, it's like looking forward, what do we want to connect? So that's why I kind of feel like it is upon me if I decide to continue making music, which I will. Like I'm not ever gonna stop this, to make sure that I intentionally do right by the songs that I'm putting out. So it's like, what do I want to connect when I look back 30 years from now, 40 years from now? So very interesting.
I like that. So what would you say, or who or what would you say inspired you to pursue music in the way that you do by telling it in that story type of frame?
Oh, my favorite artist is Sade. So with the ways that she used to express herself, it's not blatant in your face. It's very metaphorical, but you feel what she's saying. I feel like I got a lot of my writing style from her. I can't even say that because she has her own writing style and I have my own, but there are similarities where I like picked up just the storytelling of like, what are you feeling and how do you want this to be portrayed? How do you want this to be received? So I feel like just being able to not make it so holistically myself, like, oh, this is what I'm going through, this is the only thing that you're going to hear, but I want to make it relatable to everybody. So it's like, okay, even though I am speaking about my own experience, I can go ahead and make it translate through the song for you also. So
that kind of dives into the next question I want to ask you, like how has your music evolved as you've grown personally?
Oh yeah. So this one, that is fun, honestly, for me, because of the way that I feel like I've been able to tap into different parts of myself as like, okay, bubbly Mimi in high school was like I don't want to say a facade, but it was a coping mechanism. So now I can still tap into that bubbly Mimi for real this time. I can tap into gangster Mimi for real this time. Like I can tap into so many parts of myself that I was able to experience, trying to hide a part of what was going on, but I still was that. So now understanding more about who I am, it gives me a chance to really be able to be like, yeah, this song needs this type of Mimi.
So you now know your different personality or different type of traits that you could,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like Beyonce or Sasha Fierce.
Exactly. Type. Exactly.
Like, 2 Chainz got so many different names. Titty Boy, 2 Chainz, Tony, something.
Oh, Tony too. I didn't even know that one.
His new name on his new album.
Oh, I did too, Mr. Tony.
Him and Larry Jones.
I love that.
Yeah, so I like that in you as well too, and I'm also, as I'm growing my creativity, I'm seeing that for myself too. Like I want to have a certain, it's a persona you call it.
Okay, yeah, like demeanor.
Yeah, a certain demeanor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I admire that about you. I really do. But just to wrap things up and everything like that, because this podcast is called Truth and Legacy. What legacy do you hope to leave through your music?
I would like for people to know that anything they want to do, anything they want to become, they are able to. If I can instill that in people and let them know, like, you are able, you are pure, you are full on your own. Like, you don't need anybody else to validate what it is that you're doing. And if you do have people that are validating that, that's even better. That means you're on the right path, So
they're seeing it through you.
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes you're not even going to have that. But if you're only focused on what you're receiving from that and you're not allowing yourself to really be, then you're going to fall off some way. And if you are in a situation where you're feeling so much emotion that it's hard for you to even gain balance, treat yourself. Because you matter first. If you're not able to function, then you're not going to be able to help anybody. You're not going to be able to be full for anybody. And normally, if we are those people that are taking on emotions so heavily like that, we are the feelers. We are the empaths of the world. If we can take that and transmute it, make it better, and then help. That's the way we should do it. We shouldn't leave ourselves behind. It took me a while to really figure out that wasn't the way to do it. So if I can go ahead and just make sure we know it doesn't have to be that way, that's the legacy that I want to leave behind.
I like that. So Mimi, for someone that's watching this right now and going through their own little struggles, not even a little, but
their own struggles.
Their own struggles. Yeah. What advice would you give them about turning their pain into something powerful?
Let me see how I want to say it, because I don't want to just minimize, but for sure, deal with it. That's like a tough love way of saying it, really. But you gotta handle it. Yeah, grow through it.
Grow through it. I like that. Grow through it.
Because it's there for a reason. So your struggle, and this has been something that I've been actually working through recently, is if something is happening within my life that I feel like is a struggle, instead of looking at it as if something is against me, realize that this is something that I asked for. Because if you ask for strength, if you ask for patience, if you ask for any type of whatever you feel is going to help you through whatever the situation is, you're going to receive a situation that is going to have to be put to practice. So we give a lot of power to the dark forces, but they really aren't doing anything. We're giving them that power. So if we can go ahead and reroute all of that to ourselves to say this is to formulate a foundation of strength, then we can use it for what it's actually meant for. So a struggle, how can we turn that word into something that benefits us? And that's the way we turn it into power.
No, I like that. I like when you was talking about the virtues and just like being able to push through whatever you're going through, but like grow through whatever you're going through. That was very powerful. I want to just piggyback on what you were saying about the virtues and how we sometimes, and even just us making up our own situations sometimes and just leaning into the darkness side. And you were saying how we ask for these things and they come to us to give us a test. That is so true. Like that, like I felt that, I've done that, like where it's just like you pray for patience. Okay, God, the universe, whatever you believe in. I was like, okay, I got you. So here is this, and this. Let me see you. If you really want it,
exactly, you're going to put it into practice.
So I see, and I see where the trials and tribulations come through when we go into churches and talking about trials and tribulations. those are the trials, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like that's what you need to really get what you're asking for. And at the end of the day, we're all responsible for the good and bad. As much as you want to believe the devil did it, you know, this and that, God, yeah, God is there, devil's there, cool. But at the end of the day, you have to take the responsibility as a human to like say, hey, I'm doing this. I actually caused this. I can't blame him.
Exactly.
This is my, you know, my doing.
Exactly.
So I do love that thought process. Last question though. Any new projects that you have coming out right now?
Ooh.
No, that we should be looking forward to seeing from me.
Listen, I'm so excited about all of the projects like that I'm collaborating with right now. Like I'm literally in collaboration with so many different people right now, and it really took me a while to get here because I'm very picky. Like I like my things a certain way, but I've been opening myself up to a lot more avenues, a lot of different creations. Like right now I'm working on a house project with a producer in LA, and I'm working on a couple different songs with Trey. He's in Atlanta, like
Dope artist,
you know, and it's just so many different things that I'm a part of right now, and it's just amazing. So I'm on their schedule, and I also have my own thing that's coming out, Dichotomy. I feel like I'm finally able to go ahead and express both sides of myself, like you know, the
Both
good
sides
and the
of
bad.
Ooh, okay.
You know.
I can't wait to hear more about that and hear the music. So
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Dualities.
You actually, I gave an exclusive. You heard a little bit of.
Can't let y'all, you know that I know. Well, yeah. You
Yeah, so that's a part of it, and I'm excited to just really unfold a lot more of what wants to be expressed from my body to everybody. So.
No, I like that. Yo, Mimi, thank you for sharing your heart and your story.
I love it put it that way.
You know,
yeah.
thank you for sharing those things with me and for us today. Just learning about how we turn our pain into passion or pain into power, whatever you want to call it. That's one thing about us in this life, that we're trying to find our purpose, and that's the whole purpose of this conversation.
Right.
Sitting down with dope people, dope artists, dope photographers, dope videographers, actors, people in the business world, entrepreneurs,
like,
anyone. I do believe that we can all learn from each other, and that's why I love to sit down with amazing people that would have these mindsets and they're devoted to their craft or whatever they're doing in life, their truth. And then at the end of the day, you guys are leaving actual legacy. Like, you know, you might be an intellectual legacy,
right,
physical, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are leaving something out here. So I do appreciate you. And where can everyone find you?
Let me slow down here. I want to thank you as well, because you know, without you actually creating this platform, then we wouldn't be seen in the ways that we are going to be seen. So thank you, thank you for being your own human being, in that. So. But everybody can find me at Mimi Jeanite, MIMIJEANITE.
That sounds like a whole song right there, dog. Yo, that sounds like a whole song.
Yeah, anywhere actually, on any platform, musical platform that you listen to music on, whether it's SoundCloud to Spotify, like you can listen anywhere.
Hey, Mimi, again, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And guys, please find your truth, find your purpose, and also leave a lasting legacy so that people could, talk about it in the future,
Yes.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Until next time. All right.